Are you ready? So we wish to take this opportunity to welcome all of you students to this session of guiding and counseling within KS Tibet institution. My name is Benedict Maundo from KS Tibet. We are professionals in guiding and counseling, and we have a wide experience on the same. I wish to welcome my colleague to join me.
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Gideon Piet, HOD, Guiding and Counseling, students.
So we wish also to welcome you to introduce yourself. Feel free.
My name is Cyrus Kiragu, trainee.
My name is Babu Abraham, trainee.
I am Claudius Ugembo, trainee.
My name is Rita Christian, trainee.
Thank you very much. I think in our Department of Guiding and Counseling, we deal with the issues that are affecting students, dealing with the performance of the students, academic performance of the students, and we wish to hear your experience about it. How is your performance in the class? And you can just give us a little bit about that, starting from the far end.
And I can say that our performance is very dismal. We are not performing very well. We can attribute this poor performance with one, we don't have routine schedules. Like there is consistent and unplanned change of timetable, such that for us who come from far end or from we commute to school, we find that the timetable has been changed. So that routine schedule is interfered, such that you cannot know when to have the class. There's no communication, or rather, the communication is poor. That is attributing and contributing much to our failures.
Okay, Babu.
Okay, to me previously the performance was well, but recently it has gone down, and this is because sometimes maybe individually for myself, recently whenever we want to conduct the practicals, we find the reagents are expired. We are trying to conduct the practicals, we are getting the wrong results, and we are expecting to get the skills in the laboratory section, and here we don't have the resources that we can use in the lab section. There we just have the benches and the seats, but the gadgets are not there. So that's a big concern for myself and also for my colleagues.
Okay. What about Claudius?
Thank you, team. From where we sit, we also have a feeling that the resources we need as trainee to use during training are limited. So this has impacted our performance in a negative way. So we have the feeling that we are not having the rightful resources that are needed for our training. Thank you.
Last Lorenza.
Even me, the performance is down. And personally, I have difficulty in time management.
Okay, thank you so much for giving out your grievances, and I just want to hand it to my colleague to handle some of the challenges the students encounter.
Thank you very much, students, for your honest contribution in terms of your performance. We are here to guide and counsel you on the same. But before I do that, I would kindly request to hear some of the solutions as students that you have towards solving these problems. What solutions do you have?
Okay, I'm thinking, this performance also has affected us emotionally because we are requesting for the resources, but they are not available. So it has affected academically and emotionally. So if the school uh, abide by their promises, they provide the resources that we use in the training, that will help us to gain the skills and the experience that we require. That is on my view.
And our view also, if we had a team schedule whereby all the classes are scheduled in a particular time, that could eliminate those inconveniences that we are experiencing. And maybe those we are incurring extra cost, making our learning expensive.
And then on issues of timetabling and maybe clarity on classes, I believe we can have a blended system where we are clearly told when we are going to have online classes and physical classes so that we also adjust based on our timetable.
Thank you very much for your very wonderful contribution towards solving these problems. I always believe that when you have a problem, you also have a solution. Because when you're undergoing that problem, you know the solution towards resolving it. One, as we talk here, you should have confidence that whatever we are going to discuss here will not be discussed elsewhere. So when we are having this discussion, feel free so that we may be able to get the real issue to enable us to resolve. So one, you've talked about routine schedules. Remember that you're doing CBET, competent-based training, whereby the system of training is very flexible. Yes, we may be having schedules being rescheduled, but with CBET type of or system of learning, you have to be flexible. As much as we would wish to have a consistent system of training, you should also be flexible. What do you feel by being flexible in terms of routine schedules?
Okay,
Yes, Babu.
for us we are flexible, but you can improve on in terms of the communication from the school side because we are communicating 5 minutes to the changes of the timetable. Maybe I'm far away, and I'm expected to be in class in 5 minutes time because of the changes in the schedule. So if there is an improvement so that we can have an effective communication whereby we can get the information, yes, that can be better.
So I'm in agreement with you that we can have prompt scheduled uh, timetables that are both flexible to the student and also to the trainer. So we are going to look into that. We'll have a discussion with the management, and as we continue with the sessions, we'll be able to resolve that and give you a feedback on the same. And I believe we are going to have a solution which will be amicable for both the trainer and the trainee. The other thing is about resources. When it comes to practicals, yes, you're promised that items are to be bought. But remember, with the times that we are having, the economy is quite dynamic and practical items are quite expensive. But with the promise that you've been given, it will take time, yes, but you'll still have resources. What we can do, utilize, we can fully utilize the little that we have in order to have our practicals uh, done in a good manner. What do you think? With the little that you have in the labs, as we wait for the promises to be fulfilled, do you feel we can still achieve our practicals?
That little is too little for us. So we have very few that we cannot even be able to attain the minimum threshold from our side. Yes.
Thank you for being honest. What we are going to do, we'll discuss with the management so that we can have prompt delivery of resources so that our practical trainings are not affected. Then the other issue was about uh, blended learning, the online classes. There was an issue of online classes whereby students may not have bundles or they are scheduled when not expected, is it?
Yes.
Remember that, again, I'm taking you back to CBET kind of learning, whereby the learning is flexible and blended. We have face to face and we also have online. I think it's high time students embrace the blended type of learning, whereby when we have the online, you have to sacrifice a little bit and buy the bundles so that you log in. And when we have face to face, we also do what? We also attend face to face. So it would be important that we have both the online and the face to face embraced by students. And step by step, you'll find that even the new technology of online will also be fully embraced. The other thing is about time management. Before I go to time management, the blended learning,
Yes, there
do
is
you
a-
feel you'll embrace it with time? Because it's a good technology.
we appreciate the effort from your end, but we are digitally limited. Therefore, this would require some introduction into the system and your guidance so that you're able to catch up well.
Thank you very much for being honest. I know with the analog way of doing things, we've been overtaken by time, by events. So I would kindly guide and counsel you to embrace the kind of training of online we are talking about.
Oh, okay. Our suggestion was before we venture into this online learning, maybe we can have a unit, a small unit where we can have some introduction on how we can navigate these online tools. Because sometimes the notes are provided in the LMS, but we don't know how to navigate them. We get stuck after logging in. So we don't access the information which is there because we are failed. And that will that will affect us.
Now I've understood the real issue. The real issue here is with the problem that you're having, we can have orientation classes whereby you can be taken through on how to do or how to participate in the online classes. So that one will be taken care of. I'll also give my colleague to give an input.
Okay, in addition to that, we are going to talk with your head of department so that we can solve that issue of online classes. That is, we include synchronous classes and asynchronous classes. Okay. So the issue of lab reagents shortage, we are going to speak with the lab staff so that they can organize the lab reagent program. And the lastly, the housing issue, the time management issue that Wilta has said is that we are going to, because you said you are living outside the school.
Yes.
So we are going to organize with the school heads so that we can know how to we can accommodate students so that we can the time wasted will be solved. Okay. So I think I can hand off to my colleague to conclude.
Before I conclude, I will go back to Winter about time management. What kind of friends do you have?
They are good friends according to me.
Are you sure they are not the ones who are making you not manage your time well?
Mm.
Okay. So time management is very critical. Without managing your time, you cannot succeed in life. So I will guide and counsel you to be able to manage your time And this one can be done with a step at a time. You start managing your time little by little, and with time you'll be able to manage. So as we come to the end of this session, we will have a schedule whereby we'll have more sessions with you so that we follow up on you to ensure that these issues are resolved and your performance is improved. Does any one of you have any question before we end our session?
We agree on that one. We hope it will be well.
Thank you very much. So we've come to the end of our session, and you'll get feedback very soon on the next session. Thank you very much. We appreciate your coming.
Thank you.